Hello.
We're live.
We are live. Excuse me.
Give us just a minute to
We
get
are
everything
trying to set
up.
this up. Okay, this is a Facebook Live. First time we have ever done anything like this. So, you have to bear with us. There's no rehearsal on this. It's just raw stuff. Michelle is setting up the iPad so that we can read your comments because we're asking you to ask questions about the artwork or about the process because we are about to give a little demo. We are Wild Together, and Wild Together is a collaboration between Michelle Legree and Peter Senesac. I don't know who he is, but he's not here today. So anyway, excuse me, that's what we're doing today. We're going to set that up. In a minute, we're going to work on a 24 by 36 painting that we are going to start and do some part of, who knows how much. And we're also going to give you a quick tour of the work that we have completed at this point and what we've been doing with our art. We haven't had any chance to show our work because there have been no art shows. So we're doing this instead. Hope you enjoy it. Feel free to ask questions, pretend you're at an art show. And you want to know something about a piece, ask. And actually most things are priced, but you know, if not, or if you can't see, I'm going to be panning by stuff pretty fast. So if you want to see it all again, we'll do it again. If you want to focus on a particular piece, we can do that for sure. Okay, so we are recording this, so if you miss something and you want to go back, you can do that. But when you come back to the page and look at the recording, you will see the comments, but you won't be able to make comments. This
Oh,
is
you
Michelle.
can still make comments.
Or you can still make comments, but they're not
live. It
live.
won't be in real time. Okay.
All right, so we're set up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So you gave him the spiel.
I gave him a little bit of a
Okay.
spiel. We didn't really tell him much about Wild Together.
All right. Well, we're Wild Together. I'm Michelle Legree, a photographer and collage artist.
I'm Peter Senesac.
And so we each do our own art, and then we collaborate together. And so I thought we would talk about what we've been doing in quarantine, or since quarantine started, any new stuff we've been working on, and then we'll do the live painting. So I started doing a meditative landscape series just before quarantine as a way to kind of
Turn to Enterprise, come in.
relax. So I made these digital collages, turned them into greeting cards and prints. That one's called Memories. This one's called Higher Self. And some of these pieces will be featured in a new publication called Collective Wisdom, which is run by Avec La Vie. And there's all sorts of like self-help, nature-inspired poetry, art, floral, gardening, all sorts of good stuff. So check that out. I'll have an article in there about this series. This one's called Heart. This one's called Grounded. And I also thought I would make little bookmarks too, which might be interesting. I don't have these on the website yet, but there they are. So just little handmade. I print these myself and make the little tassel. And then I've also been doing a couple of painting workshops. One with a woman in New Mexico that I took
Okay, hold some of that for you.
a workshop with her 2 years ago, and she's doing like color theory. So we started with red a couple weeks ago. This is my red piece, and then we are doing orange. This past week we did orange. So there's that piece. And I'm doing another, this is another red piece. I'm doing another workshop called Art Journaling Workshop with the Gainesville Fine Arts Association. And she sends a prompt 3 times a week, and this one is Inner Beauty. Let's see. And then this one is a blue piece. We haven't gotten to blue in the color course yet, but I had a bunch of blue left over on my palette that I didn't want to waste. This is from the journaling class, spring. And then this is orange, just after the workshop on my own, just playing around with color. So the point is to try and bring some of these techniques that I'm working on into our collaborative piece today. We're going to play with some orange and maps and all sorts of cool stuff.
So keep in mind, this is a cell phone video on the selfie mode. So the quality is not going to be absolutely perfect, but feel free to ask questions, and if you want to see better pictures of the work, we can take some more pictures and videos that will show the work better so that you can make a decision on things and, you know, whether you like them or not. Because this quick little flashcard stuff isn't going to be the best possible way to show things. But it gives you an idea, and this is just a quick go over so that we can, you know, show you what we've been up to and show you how we approach a collaborative piece.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to know more about that, we will definitely go into that more in a few minutes. Okay, so here's some of the things that I've been working on. Mostly what I've been doing is plein air sketching. I don't know if you can see that very well. I have not done any major painting in a while. I've actually been pretty busy with my other business. So I've been doing this and also gardening. But we have been going out to Sweetwater once in a while before all this stuff started and we were able to go out more. And so I've been doing a bunch of sketches. And so what I'm doing, mostly the paintings that I've been done are from the Reading Between the Lines series that a lot of you have seen. I've been posting them on Facebook and in my Instagram and on my website. And I'll show you some of those in a minute. But I've only done one big one that's here on the wall behind me. But I'm planning on doing another one, a 24 by 24 on a panel. And so these are some of the sketches that I did live on location to help me figure out my composition and how I'm going to do it. This is a graphite, water-soluble graphite and water. This one was Inktense, which is a watercolor pencil type of thing, and Elegant Writer, which is a marker, but it's water-soluble, and when you brush it out, the black turns to red and green, which is really cool. But the blue background was already there. And this is another one that I did on that same location, probably at a different day, and this is also mostly Inktense watercolor blocks and a water brush. So these are quick sketches done late afternoon. And so on another day, I did this little 8x8, and this one was done with oil sticks. So they're like big fat chalk, and but they're oil paint. And then I also had a little water brush filled with thinner so that I could make washes. And so this is again another preliminary idea of trying to get ready to do this square format on a bigger piece. This one isn't really done, but I still have my blue tape on there. There's a black painted edge around there. So when this is done, this will be an actual finished painting. Okay, so that's what mostly what I've been up to. Again, I'm going to walk around and show you more of the work. Let's see. Can we start that tour now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can
So
start.
I'm going to walk around and I'm going to switch the camera over to the other mode and walk around the house and show you a few things. Michelle's going to set up the easel and we're going to give you a little demo. All right, here we go. Let's see, how do we do that? Right there. Okay. Okay, so here's some of the Wild Together work that we've done in the past. We had a show at Vine, and some of these pieces were there. We did a series of moon-related things, and we got the idea from those little tiny fridge magnet words that you stick around. So we copied a bunch of them and transferred them into paper, and then we collaged them onto these paintings with acrylic, and a lot of texture and medium, and that's actually a photograph of the moon, this right here, that Michelle took and that we redid and printed and got collaged onto there. So that's some of the Wild Together stuff. This is another Wild Together piece. This is a much bigger piece, about 26 square, done on a map. The blue, all the blue color is map. The green color is our paint, and the white is our paint.
And the black lines.
And the black lines, yeah, clearly, not part of the map. But it's a map of the Everglades, but it's mostly water out there, so that's why you get the blue.
Sandy Key, Florida.
Right, Sandy Key, Florida. Okay, so I'm going to swing around here. Excuse my videography. This is another one that's a 8x10 plein air that I did on a creek in South Carolina. And there's my glare on some hay bales, and this is one of Michelle's great pieces of water lilies. Okay, it's called Space Lilies. That's a really cool shot. Okay, this is a painting I did of Cedar Key sunrise. Here's some of my work from the Reading Between the Lines series. And here's another one of Michelle's pieces. This is a photograph, composite, collage, digital collage.
For the
Oh,
Love of
yeah, let her
Water
tell you.
series. So it's a limited edition series of different locations throughout Florida, water centric. So this is from Gilchrist Blue Springs, several photographs. And this piece is from the 365 project, which, if some of you know me, I took a single image, edited it differently every day for a year. This happens to be another Blue Springs piece, actually, printed on metal, these both.
How about that one up there?
That's another from the 365, and I just did some texturing, adjusted the orientation, changed the color. Kind of looked like a face, like a head, like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yep, very. And this is another one I did. This is a studio piece with a lot of texture. I don't know if you can tell that from this little video, but reading between the lines. Ah! Yeah. Okay. This one is The Path to Somewhere. It's an 8x10. This is an oil and cold wax. But I used some gold foil behind the first layer. And in some, it's really hard to make it show up in a video. But when you're looking at it, depending on which angle you're at, sometimes that foil shows up and it glows and adds a lot of dimension to the piece. So I've been doing that on several of my reading between the lines. Here's another one. You can see it working on this one pretty well. You can see that the leaf really shines up when the light hits it in a certain way. So that over there is just yellow paint, but here you can see the leaf reflecting the light. And that one is called Beautiful Chaos, which describes the reeds out there. That was again at Sweetwater. Most of these are at Sweetwater. Speaking of Sweetwater.
This is another one of mine from the water series. There's about, I think, 5 or 6 different photographs stitched together. And you know, wanted to capture the reeds, obviously, and the different types of birds and the blueness of it all. And it looks like we have a comment from Connie. Thank you, Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
Hi to everyone that's watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing up. These down here are from the 365 projects. Again, different variations on a theme.
Okay. And these are some of my 6x6s. I've got 3 here. These little 6x6s are again from the Reading Between the Lines series. Oh, these are oil and cold wax. Okay, this is not gallery lighting, so bear with us. But again, these are all on my website. If you want to see better pictures, you can definitely go there and check it out. That's Jewelry Art Studio, for anybody that doesn't know. Okay. This is another one that I did with the oil sticks. This is a smaller piece. I did this one on location, and it's on a panel as well. Okay, and then we got a couple more here of Michelle's.
Yep,
What do you
again
got
from
here?
the 365 project. Actually, that Space Lilies piece you saw earlier, overlaid on top of another image. It reminded me of like little pieces of paper falling.
Yeah.
And this is from the Water series, another Blue Springs. This was actually the first piece I did for the Water series. You know, there's something kind of magical about the springs, and I wanted to capture that in this piece. So I put the moon in there because I love the moon, and there's something magical about it. And there's actually those little stars are water reflections of the sun on the water of Blue Springs, Gilchrist Blue Springs, the big blue hole. And then these cypress trees got Little Blue Springs, which is just to the side of the big blue. And I changed the trees purple to add to that magical feeling. And there's cypress knees in the foreground. So yeah.
All right, so Michelle's going to set up the easel, and I'm going to swing out of the way here and show you some more work. Here's a little, this was a plein air out the window. I'm actually have this ongoing series called Out the Window, where I do plein air from inside the house looking out the window. So this is one I did with acrylic markers on a wood panel. And that's what is that? It's a 6x8, but in an 8x10 frame. Okay, here's some of Michelle's new series, which is,
Oh yeah.
oh, sorry, I dragged her away from
It's
this
okay.
setting up.
The meditation series, or meditative landscapes. This one's called Heart. So I wanted to create, you know, that feeling in your heart center. And the whole point of all this, which I explain in the article in the magazine, is, you know, to find a word to focus on so that you can ground yourself or calm yourself down, particularly in times of anxiety or just as, you know, just to feel good on a regular basis. So this felt like heart to me. It's a pecan tree from New Mexico, actually, at Ghost Ranch, reflected over itself, and I've got some nice colors that just, you know, felt like heart.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about this one? I'm dragging you away from setting up the demo.
We're pretty much set up here.
All right.
This is Memories from Sunflower. It looked like faded memories, and actually this is the first piece I did. It reminded me, you know, that made me think, oh, I could do something by putting words in the art to evoke a certain feeling. So this reminded me of like old memories.
I'm going to lift it up here so you can see a little bit of the bottom part of it. It's in a clear bag, so we're getting some reflection here that isn't ideal, but again, this is a live
Yeah.
Facebook video, so
This one's called Guidance. Hawks are one of my favorite animals, and I always feel comforted by them. So sometimes you need a little guidance, need a new perspective. So this came to mind. And comments, Kathy, yes,
Oh,
you should
sorry.
definitely go to Blue Springs.
Yes.
You have to
Come
come
on
visit.
down. We'll take you there.
It's wonderful.
Of course, it's closed now, but soon, hopefully, everything will be normal. Okay, here we go.
Higher
There's another
self.
one. Higher self.
Got some fish.
And there's actually, hard to see in this picture, but there's a,
Yeah, this is a statue I found in St. Augustine, and it has faith on it, and faith in yourself, and your knowing that you can know what your best needs are. You can take care of yourself, sort of feeling, because
Mhm.
sometimes it's very easy to doubt those things, especially with the way the world is now.
yeah.
Grounded, grounded like a mountain, solid.
Mm-hmm.
And
That one has 2 moons in it
Yeah.
over here, which is kind of cool.
And these mountains are from Ghost Ranch out in New Mexico.
Ghost Ranch, for anybody that doesn't know, is, please tell them. Please.
You can tell them.
Okay, I'm trying to do this. Please do that.
Ghost Ranch, Georgia O'Keeffe stayed out there. She did a lot of painting out there. It's very famous because of her.
Right.
This is Metamorphosis. We're always changing and morphing into new versions of ourselves, especially in times of chaos or uncertainty. We're kind of forced to reevaluate and, roll with the punches. So there's some butterflies in here, and these little foliage kind of look like cocoons to me.
Where were you over there? Let me just show that again.
These little things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful piece. I love that one. The colors are great. I mean, all of these are amazing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so now I'm going to swing around. Sorry about the vertigo. Okay, so here is another piece of Michelle's from her 365 series, where she did digital manipulation of one photograph. This is the same photograph in every one of these 365 pictures that she manipulated differently. Okay, and then this is one of our Wild Together pieces. This one is a 16 by 20. It's on a map of the springs around High Springs. So again, we have Gilchrist Blue Springs featured here. High Spring, this is the area where the 3 rivers up there around High Springs come together. And the title of the piece is The Slow Encroachment of Development. And that's what's happening up there. That is used to be a very wild and agricultural area, but now it's getting popular and the springs are getting messed up. But the Blue Springs actually came back and is actually a beautiful place now. So anyway, that is one of our series, and we're not doing this today. We're doing something different today. We're not starting on a map, but we're going to possibly use maps on top as collage elements. And that's, because you can see these little pieces right here are parts of maps from various parts of Florida where development seriously encroached. And they're standing up on little pieces of mat board that are affixed to the painting. So it's heading your way, High Springs. Watch out. Okay, so here we go. Moving around. Some more of Michelle's again. 365. Same image. Okay, that's that and that are the same photograph. And that. Okay, she did an amazing job on this. Made a book out of it, which is still available and really amazing. Okay, here's another one. Oh, we're gonna have some bad reflection here from the windows, but anyway, there's one of my cold wax paintings. These two are Michelle's from the 365 series. Maybe if I get closer, you won't. Nope, that made it worse. Okay. Anyway, coming back around. More oil painting. More of Michelle's photos. There's an old one from my Daydream series. There's one of my abstracts. One of Michelle's abstracts. Again, from the 365 series, same photograph. Hard to believe. Okay, and there's one of my little plein air oils, again, out at Sweetwater. Up here we have one of Michelle's paintings, pictures from the 365 series. This is a really big one. How big is this one, Michelle?
That one's 24 by 36.
Okay, that's the same size canvas as we're going to be working on today. This is a photo printed on metal, and that's a really nice piece. And then this is another one, again, from the 365 series. Same photo manipulated in a different way. And this one, oops, it's number 249, but better known as the Klimt tree. Okay, and I'm not going to venture down the hall into the darkness. We're going to stay out here. And I'm going to swing around here and come back to this view. Okay, now we're going to switch back away from this view to the selfie view. So watch out. Here it comes. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're going to try it. Boom. Nope, didn't work. Here we go. Hey, we're back.
Okay.
All right, now, pardon me for a minute while I try and set this up. How does this look as far as the canvas goes? You need to be back further. Oops, where is it? There it is. How's that look?
Shift
A little bit. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of
Other way,
fire.
other way.
Other way.
There you go.
Like that. You can tip it up a little. No, just leave it like that.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
So we've got some, actually, we've got some paint set up here, and I went ahead
Whoa,
and,
slowly.
sorry guys, sorry. Squeezed out some, I don't know if you can see this. Where are we? Okay. Yeah, some color here, and some oranges and some blues, and we'll play with some reds and yellows. We've also got some maps, just some regular road maps that will probably collage on. What else? I've got some various ephemera, some
Okay, I'm gonna-
village paper I've created,
I'm going to switch this back for a second.
and
So we can show you what we're doing here. Okay, so here's our table of colors and brushes and so forth. There's our canvas. There's Michelle. And there's the palette we're going to work on. Looks like she's already squeezed out some orange. Well, actually yellow and red, that she made the orange.
yeah. And we've
And-
got various blues, some black and white. We've got other paints to add.
Right.
Some embellished paper, some normal tissue paper, some tissue paper that I've dyed, some crazy paper that I've made, and then maps, newspaper, and we're just gonna play. So we actually haven't done any collaborative work. I don't know if Peter said this,
Nope.
but we haven't done any collaborative work since January. So this is us breaking the ice live for you today. we're just gonna play with some color, kind of build a ground to work from and build on. Yeah, so
Yeah. So we don't know how far it's going to go, but we're going to give it a try.
and if you have questions, let us know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's all about the
orange
questions.
and blue, Kathleen, exactly. Go Gators.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just gonna see.
It might not
What
look like
happens?
orange and blue that you might know of if you're in Gainesville. It's going to be different, but still going to be the two main colors, and we'll probably have some spicy colors in there to move. I think I moved this around a little bit.
Yeah, we got
Stand
a
below
little
it.
color wheel here that we reference sometimes to, figure out what color palette we want to use. We usually start with the color palette. If we're not sure entirely what direction we're heading in, we'll just say we're going to use these colors, and then we'll take it from there
Right.
as we learn to work together.
So yeah, and so today this is our theme for the whole painting, and this is all we know about it so far. Is it's going to be predominantly orange and blue as the complement, or maybe it's going to be predominantly blue with an orange complement. I don't think we've even gotten that far yet. So yeah,
So
I don't
a
know
lot of
how we
times
start.
we start by, sometimes we've got some pit pens here, making marks, and like we did with that map we showed you in the beginning. So I think that's where I'll start.
Sorry, got to move the camera here a little bit. Okay, that's still okay. There. All right, go ahead and get back in the picture.
Okay, so
All right, so
There we
now
go.
we're both in it. Maybe it's easier
hopefully
to move
everybody
this
can
around.
see okay.
There we go. We can't do this in a horizontal mode. We have to do it in vertical. Maybe we should make a vertical painting. Let's see what
Okay.
that looks like.
Let's lower this.
There you go. That looks pretty good. Let's try that.
Okay.
All right, we can now come in a little bit with the camera.
Okay.
Okay, hang in there, folks. It's about to begin.
All right.
Again, this is an experiment. So thanks for hanging in. Whoa, she already made a mark. Look at that. Hang on. Just stand aside there for a second. There you go. Maybe I should just hold the camera.
You have good painting.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I am going to, I have an idea. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a palette knife.
And feel free to ask questions. Let's see. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, great idea. That's how, problem solving and just following and trusting the process as we work together. Some darks in there. Let's see.
Okay. I originally acquired these monstrous palette knives, and I've been anxious to try them. I'm going to use them on that 24 by 24 oil and coal wax painting that I'm working on, but I can christen them here today. I think I'll start with this guy.
I think we're gonna need more paint.
Yeah, we're going to need more paint. We're going to need a lot more paint. So let's see what we're going to do here. What am I going to do?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm going to make it mark right there. I'm going to take some paint this way. All right. I'm just going to add to this, not in the middle. I like this idea right through here. There we go. That's cool. Who knows what happens? Got a little more on the brush. Go up here. Now usually I put tape around the edges of my canvas so that, and I paint the edges black and then I tape them off so that when it's done, you can peel it off and have a nice black edge around the whole painting. We didn't get to that. This is just a raw canvas. It's been primed, and so that's what we're working with. All right, so I'm going to put a little more orange on the palette knife. I'm going to try the other side of this one, like that. Long side. Whoa, don't knock the whole thing over.
Oops. That would be a disaster.
All right, there we go. Any questions? I have to look on the screen here. Hey, Frank, it's vertical. Yeah, it's gonna look good. I think we should spray it with some water.
The spray bottle's over
Here's a
there.
spray bottle. All right, so I'm just gonna hit it with some water. See what happens. Right there. Now let's see if I can move that around. Gotta cover some area here and get this baby filled in. It's a huge thick canvas in my book. As you have seen, I usually work with, by most people's standards, pretty tiny canvases. That looks pretty good. I like that. All right, I'm ready for another color. What do we got?
I put out we got some cobalt, some Prussian, ultramarine, white, black. This is a red Scarlet Lake sap and black mixture.
Okay, so we got a real dark,
Yeah.
strong dark. Okay, I'm gonna try a strong dark with the same palette knife. Let it dry out a little bit. Okay, this is same palette knife with a little bead of black, or I guess it's more like a really dark brown.
Yes.
I think I might try putting it in right here. What do you think? That looks pretty cool. Let's take it a little more. I'm going to bring that up here. I guess we're going to go right out to the edge. Blend that a little bit with the orange. That looks pretty cool. I think we're going to do more of that. Put down some more orange. Right up here. Let's see if we can go all the way across. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Some broken color.
And I've got a little Prussian blue.
Hold it right up there so you can see
Little
it.
Prussian blue. It's going to be hard to see with some black in there. And let's see.
Stand aside again a little bit. We're not used to doing this, so I don't know. We're always usually standing right in front of the piece, so it's hard to work when you're not standing in front of it. Let me put this water down. Okay, so did you see what she did there? She's coming in with a curved action. She's kind of following this curved line, keeping that S-curve thing going.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna try a little more of that dark.
Go for it.
Anybody,
No question. I don't see any questions.
any questions? We've got some new watchers. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're having fun here. I hope you're enjoying it.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, I'm gonna put this big bead of brown, a little bit of water. I'm gonna try going right back over that same spot. All right. It's starting to look like a map already. Okay. I'm going to ask you to take over for a minute. I need to put something behind here because it's digging into the canvas.
Okay. Oh, actually, let's just lower it.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to lower it. Hang on. It may, something might happen. Who knows?
That's good.
Looks good. Still in the camera. Yep. Great. Actually, that might help us work from the side a little better too. Okay. Actually, kind of like what's going on right there. As we go along, we will maybe take the phone camera, off the tripod and come in and zoom in on some of these areas so you can see a little better what's going on. Okay, I'm going to try something a little different. I think I'm going to spray a little water right in here
Go for
and
it.
see what happens. So
I
I'm
think
pretty.
we need big globs of paint
Yeah.
up there.
Yep.
What do you think? Like,
I'm going to put some orange on there
okay.
right now.
It's a little more red. I don't know if that.
That's all right. No, that's good. We want variety of color. This is another variation on orange. I'm going to add that to the wet area that I just did right in here. You can see it's already starting to drip. Maybe you can't.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, we're gonna just come in close here. Yeah, look at those drips. There we go. Okay.
All
Pretty
right.
good.
Pretty good. All right, now here's something that we sometimes do. I'll wait till Michelle puts the camera back down.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes we do this, most of the time we work on flat, actually. This is
Yeah.
the first time we've ever worked on an
Yeah.
easel. We always work flat, so it makes it a lot easier. And very often we're on a little card table, and so every once in a while, so that we don't get too caught up in our own little spot, we switch the canvas around. Or we just go walk around the table and take a different position.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Turn to Enterprise, come in.
I'm sorry if you heard that, that's my text message. Okay, so we're gonna do this, turn it upside down.
Wow.
And now, we don't know what side is upside down because it doesn't matter. And we always determine that at the very end. I'm actually seeing a face starting to develop here when I look in the camera.
Oh, yeah.
So looking in the camera gives us a different view. It's almost like looking at it in a mirror.
Yeah.
It shows you a better angle. So anyway, this is cool. I like it. We've got the darks at the bottom now and the light at the top, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to switch to a brush. See my head in the camera there. And I'm going to fill in some of this white area. I feel like we got too much white. Still got too much white. So I'm just going to go at it and get some texture, color down. Come right out to the edge. We don't need the white. We're going to come back and put white in anyway. Okay, that's cool. We'll go with that. Leave some spaces to put some other color in. Ooh, look at that. Hold on, stop. Look at this going on here. Very cool. So now we've got some action going with a new color, or what was this color?
This is a little bit of Prussian and black, and then a little bit of just ultra at the end there.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna try. Which one's the Prussian?
This guy right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bring out a little Prussian blue. It's a pretty dark bluish green. So with orange, it's probably gonna make black. Let's see, let's just go right down
Blues.
here. It's like a tornado. Okay, now I'm also going to hit that with a little water right here. Just to watch it move around. Okay, here's something else you can do. You can just take it right off of there. Get the drips going in another direction. Got some good color mixing going on in the drips. Let's see if I can show that. See what's happening down there. The colors are mixing together. I'm going to turn it this way. And watch those colors mix some more. They're mixing with the terrazzo on the floor.
Yep. Good.
Okay. And now, hey, look at that. We're back the other way around again. All right. So what's cool? This is great. I like this. I'm gonna. What is that? I want to put some of that up in here. This pale color.
Oh, I think this is just the black and Prussian.
Mixed on the brush.
Or actually on the palette. And very, very teeny bit of black. And
Okay.
very thinned out.
Okay.
Just water, most water.
I hate to dive in front of the camera like
We'll
that.
switch. We're just gonna have to.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm just gonna put some of that in between these nice drippy marks. Holy mackerel! It's almost 3 o'clock.
Oh boy.
We only had, we had scheduled this for an hour.
And if anybody has questions, we keep saying it, but we welcome them if you've got them.
Come on, people. Think. You can do it. All right. I'm going to spray some more water in there. Get that stuff to mix together. See where it goes. Okay, I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and come in and show you some of this stuff, because this is getting really cool. All right, I'm going to switch it. Oops, sorry about the seasickness. Okay. Now, look at this. This area right in here is really nice. We've got some mauves showing up from the blue mixing with the red from the orange. This area right in here is really nice. Kathleen says, I may have missed at the start. Do you begin with the paper already wet and just spray it occasionally? Actually, yeah, this is a canvas, and we work on paper as well. This one, no, we started with it dry.
Also, we've got a question from Tammy up here that says, are you using acrylic? Yes, this is all acrylic. In this case, we're kind of breaking, we don't have a direction today. We're breaking the ice of not having collaborated artistically for the past few months. So we're just creating kind of a ground to start, and then we'll come back and we'll think, what are we trying to do? You know, we're really just kind of playing here.
Connie had an interesting question. She wants to know if our creativity has waxed or waned over the last 2 months. I would say it's, well, I don't know, for me, it's about the same. Here's the thing that's happened to me in the last 2 months is everything is slowed down. Seems like it's much harder to get things done because everything takes longer. Like, you used to be able to go, okay, hey, let's go do some shopping. And, in an hour, you're back at work. Now it's an hour online and an hour of cleaning and
Search
sorting.
Enterprise, come in.
So, yeah, I don't know. What does Michelle think?
For me personally, I would say I've experienced waxing and waning, depending on where I am. You know, sometimes I was feeling these big surges of productivity, and then other times it was absolutely nothing. You know, it was just kind of just surviving the bare essentials like eat, sleep, reading Harry Potter, actually.
That's right. We have been, I have to say I was never much of a Harry Potter fan, but now I am. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to hold the camera here and
Or do you want me to
use
hold
my
it?
brush.
Here, I'll hold it while you...
Where did my brush go?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry.
Here, let me
All
hold
right.
it.
All right, Michelle's going to hold it. So I like what's going on right here. So I'm going to try and do something similar, maybe like right over in here. I'm going to
Okay.
bring some blue in here and then spray it.
Oops.
Is that blue or black?
That's Prussian.
This is Prussian blue. Okay. All right, so I'm doing this with a brush, and I'm going to put it right there, right there. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's hit that with the spray bottle and see what happens.
Nice.
All
Get that
right.
kind of
This is what I
floaty
used to love
effect.
about watercolors. This is sort of a watercolor technique. Watching paint dry. It's fascinating.
In this case, yes.
Yeah, see, you can see it mixing in right here too. It's all starting to mix together a little bit, and you're getting a nice gray.
And thanks, Connie, for the question. It was a good one. And I can imagine how you guys are doing. It's that ebb and flow these days. Okay. This is looking pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Just doing a little blending.
All right. Let's put the camera back.
All right, put the camera back.
Let's see here.
I'll hold your brush
Thank
for you.
I'm gonna pull it this. Okay. Pardon the shifting. And we've got a comment here from Kathleen. Since you mentioned the books, you may enjoy watching the film Fantastic Beasts. I have not watched that film yet, so we'll check it out. Thank you. There's a few of the other, I think, is there another one? Is that with Grindelwald? I'm not sure, but we'll definitely check it out. Thank you. And keep your questions coming. We're past, I guess it is 3 o'clock. Do you want to keep going?
We'll keep going as long as
We'll
people
keep
keep
going.
watching.
You want to
If you
stay?
want to see how this thing's going to work out.
Yeah. Please.
We got a few more minutes before we have to stop and let it dry. I think we need more dark blue. Maybe not on those spots because those are nice light spots, but maybe like right in here.
Okay.
What do you think? And then we've got a nice quadrangle of darks going on, like right there, you know,
Right in
surrounding.
here.
I think down in here, leave those guys alone, and this big blank spot.
Okay, I gotcha.
Dirt to Enterprise, come in.
Okay, can you guys hear that? I'm sorry, I apologize. That's somebody trying to text me in the middle of my phone is on the tripod here. Okay, so I am going to try a piece of paper. I'm going to jump in front of the camera here. I'm going to take a little piece of this. Okay. Got a little piece of paper here. Don't know where it's going. Do we have any medium out?
Yeah, we got gloss and matte.
Can you squeeze a little out? I don't want to walk in front of the camera again.
You want gloss or matte?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Just on the palette somewhere.
all right.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna take my brush.
Dirt to Enterprise, come in.
Whoever's texting me, please stop.
Oh gosh.
And they're gonna put a little. I'll do it right on the thing. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, you know,
I mean, there's
I've
so
got,
much good stuff going on here now. I don't
we've
really.
got this opaque paper that might work. It's a dark blue.
All right.
I dyed at a workshop,
All right.
Carolyn Land workshop, taught us how to dye paper just before quarantine started back in March. So maybe
Why don't
that
you
might
rip a piece off of there?
work pretty nicely.
And what do you think? Like right in there?
Yeah, that looks perfect.
All right. Let's see what happens. Let me put a little of this down.
Yeah.
All right, that's on there. Looks like Africa.
I'm gonna wipe a little bit of the color off.
There you go. Good job.
I'll take
Perfect.
some medium
Excellent.
actually.
Love it.
Yeah, that looks good.
So there you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Our screen is getting covered up with comments, so it's almost getting harder for us to see what's going on.
Hi Sue, thanks for showing up. And Tammy, thank you. Yeah, the dyed paper. Actually, I've got some others from her. Oh, no, they're right here.
Excuse
Ready
me.
made. Got some nice oranges. And some reds. This is deli paper here. And this one's got multiple colors on it. Some blues in there. It's kind of nice. Actually, let's see.
We should try 2 palettes.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just come around the back.
Here, I'm gonna rip off the palette.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Sure.
That's all right. We're almost done. This is more of that mauve color there. I like that. I like this right here, this Prussian blue streaming out. That's kind of cool. Where can we put some more of that? Maybe right over there. I'm gonna try that. Okay, I got a question for the people watching. I feel like I'm standing in front of the piece when I'm working on it or when I'm reaching over to get more paint. So on the next one, we need to figure out a better way to position the camera.
Actually, I
Any
think I could put
ideas?
the palette, the paint and the palettes over here.
Right. Exactly. That would be good.
I'd have 2 palettes. I don't know. If anybody has any other ideas, please share them. Well, that's kinda-
I'm actually kind of getting to the point where I think it's almost done.
You want to flip it again?
Yeah, let's flip it. This is really nice. It's bright
Thank you, Bob.
contrast.
Thanks, Wes. Thank you, guys.
All right, flipping it up. Oh yeah, cool. I love it when that happens.
Let me take a little white, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna put some of this dark up here. And I'm going to use, I'm gonna go around the back. I'm gonna put some orange next to it. Uh-oh. We're running out of paint.
Make some more orange here. So for our orange, we're primarily using quinacridone red and Hansa yellow light, actually. Although I may have started with Napsol red light, but we've kind of shifted.
Okay, I'm not gonna mix this too much because I'm gonna let it mix on the canvas.
Thanks, Anne. Tammy, we could have the camera above the painting. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out how to make that happen.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a big streak. And it's gonna
Thank
start
you.
way up there. And it's gonna come down here.
Turn to Enterprise, come in.
And
Thank you, Tammy. Glad you like it. It's been fun. I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I'm taking a workshop with a Santa Fe artist in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and she's doing color. So orange was the focus this week, and so I want to bring the orange into our collaborative paintings today. So I'm glad you like it. Let's get some white in here first.
okay.
Sue says we could suspend ourselves from bungee cords from the ceiling.
Hey, now
Bounce
that I
down to the
like.
painting.
You can do it like this. It would really add to the spontaneity of the piece.
That's for sure. I'm not sure how well the roof is on the ceiling.
Okay, this is starting to blend in pretty cool. I kind of like that. I'm gonna let it dry just a little bit and maybe hit it some more.
Let's see. I'm gonna try a different yellow. Let's put this on
Okay.
that. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna stand back and see what we got. All right, it's shaping up pretty good. I'd say we got one spot where we can work on, be right in here, even though there's white in there. It kind of looks cool.
I know, we're gonna have to cover it up. Whenever I'm avoiding an area, I feel like I have to go in and cover it up, depending on what stage of the painting we're at. Bob says he thinks he likes it better the other way. So
Let's
you
turn
mean
it
in
over.
orientation?
Let's
I
turn it
assume.
over.
Okay.
It's still dripping.
Sue says she came late. Are you working on a board? We're working on a canvas, a 24 by 36 canvas. Kathleen, thank you. Glad you like it. Wes says, I don't mind you blocking the painting. You step away often, revealing your work, and that is very interactive and interesting. Good
All right.
feedback. Thank you.
Thanks.
So now Peter can come across and get to the palette easier. Sue likes it. Thank you. You think it is better this way? Aha. So we have two people with two different things, opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it'll end up. Maybe it'll end up horizontal for all we know.
Yeah, it could actually. It kind of look like a little bit of a landscape. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna let that one drip sideways.
Oops, sorry, I came in here.
That's all right. Good.
I like that sound. Scratching up the canvas.
All right, I'm gonna turn this way
Whoa.
just for a
Now
moment.
that's different. Let's hold on a second. I just wanna. I think you can still see that. Let's set it down. This completely changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Tammy says the gray you created with the Prussian blue and black is a nice quiet spot.
Right here.
In this area, over on
This?
this side. Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's got. Actually, I'm kind of liking it. Like that right there now.
Yeah.
And this is starting to change direction here.
Mm-hmm.
The drips were going that way, now they're going that way.
Yeah, it kind of has a landscape feel to me now.
Yeah.
This is like a moon or a sun, maybe.
I think we could probably collage
It's on the
something else
right
on
now.
top of
It's
that.
on the right. So this little area, she's saying,
Ah, yes.
on the right. I'm assuming that's what you mean.
Yeah. We don't really know what is your right and which is our right.
Oh,
Because we don't know if this has been flipped or not. Sometimes it flips it, sometimes it mirrors it. But anyway, yeah, it's looking pretty cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna hit a little bit of water right here.
Hmm.
This is really nice too, what you did right here, with wherever that is.
That's white with, there's a mixture of blues now. They kind of puddle together, mostly Prussian, but a little bit of ultra.
Is there any of that still left on the palette?
What?
That color?
It's like right here.
Okay. And
It's-
I'm diving
I
in front of the
just
camera to
kinda
get
made
paint.
it.
This,
Yeah.
is there any more Prussian? Is this Prussian? What
That's
is that?
ultra.
Yeah, go take
Right.
it.
Let's put some little dabs of cobalt in there. Let's see, we got a question from Sue. What does Peter just use, a spray gun? Oh, that's just a
It's
spray
just a
bottle
water spray,
of water.
water bottle.
Always handy to have around. That's probably too much.
I forgot where I was gonna put this. I think right here. Put some little windows in there. Oh my God, who's here?
I'm not expecting anybody.
FedEx.
Okay, good. Kathy says it has a sunset vibe in that position. Definitely agree with you, Kathy.
Yeah.
There's definitely a landscape thing happening.
Yeah.
We've got those nighttime beautiful colors going on. Ann says, very cool of the oranges. Thank you, Ann. They look very vibrant. I think it's working pretty
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah, look what's happening now. I just sprayed that white, there's white and blue in there, and I sprayed above the orange, and now it's starting to mix with the orange a little bit. Spray some of that over there. Oh, I don't want it to go down there. Oh, on the floor.
We got a drop cloth.
Yeah. Been making a lot of angular marks, which is not my usual. Okay. What do we got here? Coming around and get some more. I'm gonna make some
Let's see here.
brownish colors.
Bob likes this orientation. Sue says, I've never done a collaboration before and it's interesting to watch the rhythm pattern of how you're working together. Thanks, Sue. Yeah, it's been interesting and fun
Yeah.
and a learning process. You know,
And like she said, this is the first time we've done it
and
on an easel.
since,
Yeah, in
since
quite a while.
January, so it's nice.
Yep. I don't know what that is. Is it up there? I don't know. All right, put a little more something right there. Some color up there. I got some color right here. Yeah, that's the only white canvas on the whole thing. It's along that edge. So how about if we along this there? Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Got some orange and yellow on my knife that I was trying to use up right there. All right, I think we're real close to letting it set.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody say it's finished? What does that say? Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you guys have any other questions?
Are you interested in seeing another one of these? Are you interested in seeing us finish this? As we may add more layers in do another video. And are you interested in learning how to do a collaborative piece?
Leave your comments, let us know.
Really like this. I wish we could get some of that into here. Would be cool.
Which part?
This mauve sky-like looking stuff.
Okay. Okay. I'll make that happen.
You might have to turn it vertical and spray it and let it drip down. Or mix.
Let's see. Tammy, we got lots of little hearts.
Yay!
Thank you. Tammy says another one would be fun. Ann says great, looks done. Sure, more is great. Thank you guys.
All right, cool.
So I think we'll definitely do this again. Whoa.
Yeah, that's good.
Blue.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I love it. It's a nice broken color. Don't mix it up too much. That's great. Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Now see, that looks like a little picture of the landscape. So now what I'm thinking is collage around that a little bit, maybe with some other colors, some blue or something. I don't know. So anyway, that's where we're at.
Yeah, so maybe we'll take the camera
Yeah.
for a ride and close in.
All right. All right. Hang on to your stomachs. I'm going to undo the camera from the tripod.
What says yes, more of everything. Thank you.
Yay.
Got it?
Okay, I'm going to turn this around, so hang on to your stomachs.
Okay.
All right.
And Connie says, seeing a ghost bridge in the water at sunset. How did you get the paper flat? Did you glue it?
This paper?
The tissue, if this is what you mean,
This is black tissue paper that was painted.
actually real dark. Actually, I was trying to make it purple and I used Naphthol and Ultra or Phthalo Blue, I think it was.
So it has a little bit of a wrinkle to it, but not much.
And we use a matte medium. It's a,
And there's another piece of paper. Let's see, I don't even know where the bottom is anymore. I think I put it over here.
I put some paper here.
Okay.
Some deli paper.
All right, and that seems to have laid flat.
There's a little bubbling, but we'll have to come back in and do some surgery there.
And I
this
put a
looks like
tissue
paper
over
right
here. I put some tissue paper right here. And it's more or less holding flat, but also where it wrinkled, it caught the drip and so added to the directional, made a little bit of a diagonal, which is nice. We don't have very many diagonals in this painting, which is unusual as well. But it's just getting started. We got a little bit of texture going on.
Mm-hmm.
We got some good color. Yeah.
This area right in here, we've kind of left alone for some reason. I don't know
I think
why.
because you like it.
Thanks, Connie. Glad you like the texture. Yeah, the texture adds, some more dimensionality to the piece for sure. And these kind of look like birds over here, like little birds.
Oh yeah, going a million miles an hour.
That's kind of giving more of that landscape feel. Bob says one of you needs a Bob Ross wig. Like to see the close-up, lots of details. Well, Peter has a Bob Ross shirt.
I used to have a Bob Ross wig.
Maybe next time. And good, I'm glad you're liking the details. Thank you, Anne. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. The color, I don't know if the color changes on your end, but the lighting is making the color shift a little, so. Yeah, got lots of texture and drips down here. Oops.
Mhm.
Where am I? Oh yeah, okay. Nice. Well,
I guess we're about to call it quits. Time for a snack.
Nick says looks great, Pete and Michelle. Thank you, Nick.
Thanks,
Glad
Nick.
you like it. This kind of turned into a cloud here.
Yeah, it
this
looks like
little
a
guy.
very landscapey sky-like thing there. Maybe we'll just throw the rest of it away and razor that out. Looks like we got some cardinal bird action going on down
Yep.
here too.
Let's see, right here.
4 cardinals perched on a bird feeder.
We set up a bird feeder during quarantine, which has been nice. Lots of cardinals. Ann says, happy little cloud. Yeah, it's a happy little cloud.
Yep.
Okay,
Go ahead, back right up.
all right. Here we go, the wide view here. A lot of things happening. I don't know if it's focused, but
Let me hold it up. You stay right there. So I'm going to hold it up because I think this is interfering with the image.
ah,
How's that? Better?
okay. Looks good.
All right.
Well,
Very good.
this was a lot of fun, guys. We went over, but it was actually
We
worth
didn't think we
it.
were going to have enough to say. So like a whole hour, oh my God.
Yeah, and I really just came up with this kind of spur of the moment. So next time we'll have more notice for you. And if you like it, let us know. If you want to see it again, let us know. Share. Thank you guys, all the little hearts.
Sign up for our email.
Yeah, I put our websites in the description, or you can just follow the Facebook page Wild Together. I guess it's just Wild Together, and you'll get notifications.
But the email is wildtogetherart@gmail. So yes, special things happen on our email list, so
Thanks,
that's not a
Bob.
bad idea.
Okay, this was so much fun.
All right,
So I'll
All right.
hang out, flip this.
stay right there.
No, let's go this
Oh.
way. Sorry.
Whoop.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, there we go.
Hi.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
All right, thanks a lot.
Appreciate your questions. They were really fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. You made this a lot of fun.
Yep, we'll do it again.
So we'll maybe next Sunday pick up here with the same painting. We'll work out the details and let you know.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right. Bye guys.
Signing off. Over and out.